Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. And yes, I got a little bit of sunshine today as I was up on the top decks doing my 10,000 steps on the upper deck on the jogging track. So yep, a little bit red today. It doesn't hurt, but I'm definitely seeing the sunshine. Well, we do have some pretty big stories here today. We know where Captain Kate's going to now. And I'm both very happy and also very sad at the same time, and I'll explain why. And then secondly, we have a lot of passengers right now that are just really upset with Royal Caribbean over basically the launching of their biggest and newest and largest cruise ship in the world. And they're just not happy with the decisions that have been made right now. There's something about being on a cruise ship, whether you're out at sea or at a port. It's the fresh air, it's the exhilarating experiences of going to new destinations, and it's the ultimate reset from the stress in life. So whether or not I'm getting ready to explore a new port or I'm getting ready for formal night here on the cruise ship, I don't want to only look my best, I want to feel fresh and exhilarating. And I've been exploring some premium fragrances by Scentbird. One of my favorites that I just came across is called Eros, and it's by Versace. And it comes with Italian lemon, cedar wood, and geranium. And it's kind of a floral, but a fresh found. It's not overly flowery. And I find it really goes well when you're heading out on a formal night or a captain's table dinner or something along those lines. Now, if I was just getting ready to go down to the shows or hang out with my friends, I would probably choose this one here. It's called Boutique, and it's by Fumology. It comes with musk, apple, cedar, among a couple other fragrances, and it's a little lighter. It's a little casual. It's more of a get-together than a formal evening. And here's a quick tip. You don't want to overdo it. Just a little spurt on the wrists, maybe one on the neck, and that's it. Because the wrists and the neck are hot spots on your body, the scent will last even longer. So what I love about Scentbird is how easy they make it to explore different fragrances. You receive a different fragrance every month in one of these handy little travel cases that lasts up to 30 days. No more committing to these huge expensive bottles of cologne or perfume. And with over 900 fragrances to choose from, I'm sure you'll find something for every occasion. So if you're ready to elevate your scent game, you can use my code down below or the QR code right here and enter Don's Family 55 and get 55% off your first month's order. That's just over $8 to try a premium fragrance and see if you absolutely love it like I do. It's completely changed the way I travel. Once again, that's code Don's Family 55 or just scan the QR code and get 55% off your first month. So if anyone remembers when Royal Caribbean first put out the Star of the Seas sailings, the inaugural sailing was supposed to be August 17th of this year, 2025. But a few months into it, they ended up canceling it, saying, we don't think it's going to be ready on time. It was supposed to be a 7-day inaugural sailing, and no, sorry, it's canceled. They're not going to be able to do it. And they offered people to move it to the other cruise or give them the money back, and people had to reschedule their things. Luckily, it was still fairly far away at the time that this happened, but a lot of people now have the inaugural sailing booked. And remember, an inaugural sailing is a big deal when you're loyal to a certain company, right? If you're loyal to Royal and you're in that premium, the Platinum Plus, etc., you want to be on their new ships. You want to have those experiences of being on the inaugural sailing. You want to be the first person to sleep in that cabin on that cruise ship. That's why you're paying the extra money for the inaugural sailing. That's why you're jumping ahead right away and committing years in advance to these sailings. And then Royal said, hey, guess what? Our ships are going to be ready. Our ship is going to be ready a little earlier. So we're doing 2 4-day sailings before that now. But they're not inaugural sailings. They're just showcase sailings now. And people were not happy. People were not happy because, hey, wait a minute. I thought I was going to be the first person on the ship. Now I'm going to be the third person in that cabin because now you're selling 2 cruises before that? Wait, which one is the inaugural sailing then? You might call the sailing I'm on the inaugural sailing, but it's really not. The showcase sailing is the inaugural sailing. Well, get ready to get even angrier, as a lot of people have been commenting in the comments lately. They just announced another cruise. That's right. A pre-showcase cruise. This one's only 3 days, and it's on the 20th of August, which means it's only 3 days difference than that inaugural sailing was supposed to be that they had canceled the very first time. So, yeah, now they're doing a 3-day cruise, and it's going to be another showcase cruise, and it's to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, that one. Well, they're also, things you got to be warning of when you're booking these showcase cruises is the entertainment might not be ready because they could be still running. I've been on showcase cruises before, and they're still running the tests on some of those shows. For instance, Wizard of Oz, when I was on the Icon, it was still in production, and I got lucky enough to see a whole production. The people who saw it after me didn't get to see the whole production. They had to stop it halfway through because some stuff jammed and they weren't able to do some of the effects that they were supposed to do, and they just stopped the performance. That can happen on showcase cruises. However, you're paying still premium dollar for these showcase cruises. And not only that, now there's technically 4 inaugural sailings, but the inaugural sailing is the 4th cruise. Yeah, you can understand the frustration. Now, Royal Caribbean has said if you wanted to move from one of the, the 2 previous showcase cruises, you can move it to the new showcase cruise, and they will sell your cabin on the other one. Now, but you're going from a 4-day to a 3-day, and you have to change your flights if you're flying in, etc. What if you had the 4 cruises? 3 cruises booked. Now are you going to book another one so you can do 4 cruises? Yeah, it's becoming a little bit of a cluster, and a lot of people are a little upset about it. They're quite upset about it, especially those loyal to Royal who really like to say, I was on the first sailing ever of this cruise, and now there's technically 4 first sailings of this cruise ship. Got to stop doing that. I know it's money, but you got to stop doing that. Next, we know where Captain Kate is going. Captain Kate recently announced that she was leaving Celebrity Cruises, much to many people's surprise, myself included. Was not expecting that. And we know where she's going now. She's signed a contract to sail the inaugural sailing and to be the captain on Four Seasons yachts. Going to be quite a difference. Instead of sailing on the Beyond, it holds, 5,000 people, 1,600 crew members. Now she's going to be on a cruise ship that is more of a yacht-style cruise ship. It only holds, I think, 223 passengers on board. And so the crew would be less than that. So instead of being responsible for, close to 8,000 people, she's going to be responsible for just under 500 people in this more luxurious market. And I saw this right away and I said to myself, oh man, I got to look for that inaugural sailing. I want to book it and surprise her and be that one of those first passengers on there. And I went and I looked, and the cabins are starting for a 7-day inaugural sailing in the Caribbean, $32,000 US for the cabin. That's a little bit out of my price range. Now, I know they're suites. I think they all square like around 500 square feet to start off with. They're all pretty large cabins, etc. This is going to be a luxury cruise line specializing in food, luxury, service. I understand all that. That's out of my price range galore out of my price range. And so While I'm really happy for Captain Kate that she's going back to sailing, she's not giving up the life. Maybe she's also going to have more free time with this kind of contract than she would have with the larger cruise lines where she has only a few months off, more months on, and can be called back at any time when they're short captains, etc. I'm hoping that she has an amazing time in her new endeavor and her new career as far as the type of ships she's sailing. But I'm very disappointed that chances are I won't ever get to meet her on a ship unless we meet vacationing again, which is a little bit of a disappointing for me, and I'm sure very disappointing to her thousands and thousands of fans out there who follow her on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, etc. And we all had that hope of meeting her on the Beyond or meeting her on the Edge when she was on the Edge cruise ship. Chances are most of us won't be on Four Seasons yacht. That's a very exclusive club that not a lot of us are likely to be able to enjoy in the future. But I still love Captain Kate, and I wish her all the best. All the best. And I hope she's extremely, extremely happy. And who knows, maybe I'll run into her in port one day. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.